Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can see, I'm going to be doing a full face of BPERFECT cosmetics. However, I don't have a full face of BPERFECT cosmetics. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? No. Do you know what? I was actually on the fence with maybe not actually doing this video today, just for the simple fact that I don't have enough products for a full face of BPERFECT cosmetics, considering that's what I'm going to be titling this video. It's pure Irish, like, doesn't make sense at all. I don't have setting spray, I don't have eyebrow products, and I don't have setting powder. But I honestly do not know how I haven't actually done one of these videos before, considering it's BPERFECT cosmetics. If you don't know, like, BPERFECT cosmetics was founded in Belfast in Northern Ireland, which is obviously here where I'm from. Belfast is like an hour away from me, so it's always nice to support your own, support your, would you say local, but way hey. And of course I'm an affiliate with BPERFECT Cosmetics as well, so any products that I do use in this tutorial, I'll obviously have a link to list it down below for you, and I do have a discount code with them also for 20% off. So it just means that if you use my code, I'll have it up here on the screen actually, it'll get you 20% off your purchase of anything on BPERFECT Cosmetics, their own products or anything that's in their mega store. And I do have to say there has been quite a few times where I've used my own code to buy products. I'm not ashamed of it. But I'm just going to do my eyebrows here. I'm probably just going to do these off camera. I'm going to get a couple of wee shadow shields here. It's hilarious how easy I closed that drawer after the mirror falling incident. So for my eyes, I'm going to take these wee shadow shields, and I always just like to take one because they're so big I like to cut it in half. I wasn't really too sure on what palette to use. I was maybe thinking of using the Dream Big Manifest palette. That palette, chef's kiss, it's just, the very first makeup look I created with that palette, oh my, oh yes. Don't mind me while I just sit and have an orgasm over my own eye makeup look. But stunning, beautiful, beautiful palette. But I forgot I have this that I haven't obviously tried yet. It is the Manifest palette. So there's obviously this one, and then there's the Dream Big Manifest palette, and it's just like a wee bit bigger. But this palette is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I do feel like these tones, again, absolutely perfect, especially for this upcoming time of year. Like we have like a mustardy shade, like we have like a eggplant, burgundy purple. We obviously have like our transitional colors. We have a couple of shimmers in there as well, and a couple of pressed glitters. But I have to say, I'm actually wanting to do something quite simple and smoky, something a wee bit cleaner, more soft glam, but keeping it smoky at the same time. Just taking 3 of my brushes. I think these are the only brushes I'm going to be needing for the tutorial. So my Buff and Blend collaboration, my 04, my 05 and my 02. Just these 3 brushes here. Oh, if you didn't see my previous video, it was so cute. I'm so chuffed. I framed my collaboration. So I did. I'll actually put like a picture or like a video up of it here. I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy with it. It's so silly, but I don't know, just like a nice wee keepsake. So I'm gonna be taking, oh my god, I read that as butthole. Butthole! What is wrong with me? It's rabbit hole. The dark brown. Dirty bitch. And I'm gonna be taking this on my 05. So I'm just packing that shadow on just on the outer and the inner corner, keeping it quite low and tight to the lash line to start with. And just going on pattern motions, just applying that shadow. And then once there's like barely much product or barely any product left on my brush, I'm just going to go on pattern motions and just kind of diffuse that shadow out a wee bit before we go in and blend, because it just means it'll be slightly easier to blend. You see the way it's just slowly but surely just starting to look a wee bit more blurred. I might actually check my 02. So it's still just using just wee hand motions because I'm not really wanting to blend this out too far. I just want to kind of blend it out a bit. Awesome choice of words. Back in with my 05 again and butthole. What chicken? Rabbit hole shade. Just packing on that shade again on the outer and inner corner just to re-intensify. Back in with my 02. Just gonna give that all a wee blend. I'm actually gonna go in with a wee bit of 10-second tan. Oh sorry, this shade here. On my 02, taking the tiniest wee bit of this, and I'm going to use that to help just further blend that shade out. So taking my 04, I'm not going to take any product on it by the way, but as you can see it's dirty. Just going to give that all a wee blend. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot. I haven't spoke to you since I've been home from Rome. Look what I got. Look what I got. Kylie bought me this. I'm one of those bitches now. Like I don't even drink coffee or anything like that. It's just, I just put my lemon water in it. I tried to put Coke in it, or no, it wasn't Coke, it was Lucozade. I hate drinking fizzy juice out of a straw. I can't do it. It's just not right. It just foams in your mouth and tastes awful. So it was like, right, okay, we're just gonna have to stick with lemon water. So that's what's in it at the minute. But yeah, Rome was great. It was absolutely great. Obviously, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen like my stories and stuff. And believe it or not, I'm still in the process of like uploading pictures, like wee photo dumps like every other day and stuff. Okay, it was so good. Like I've obviously been to Rome before, so it was really nice to see it again and actually be able to appreciate it, because whenever I was in Rome the first time, I think I was 13 or 14, and just at that stage where you hate everybody and you're like, this is so uncool, I don't want to be here with my parent. So it was just a well needed break, so it was. And I didn't buy any makeup. No makeup did I buy. And do you know what? I wasn't even thinking of makeup at all. I bought so much stuff for the house. So much stuff. And I didn't even see any makeup shops or anything actually. Sorry, that's a big fat lie. I seen Kiko. I was really tempted, but I just didn't want to. I took out my 04, just my wee petite blending brush. I'm just going to give everything just one wee last blend. Just going over everything, and usually whenever I'm blending a spotlight or a halo eye, I'll blend like up the way as well, because obviously like we have like the darkness and the most pigment, I suppose, like down here. So I don't know, it also just kind of maybe depends on the shape that I've picked as well, but I always kind of like to just blend up and using really light pressure as well, because you don't want to blend too much or too high. Well, it kind of depends on what you're going for again, but I think I'm actually just going to leave the inner portion of my lids completely blank, just clear the way it is, because I do kind of find that it looks more clean, maybe a wee bit more editorial. I'm not too sure, but I'm actually really liking how it looks just the way it is, so I'm going to leave it. So I'm just going to take these shadow shields off. Just so satisfying. Now for a wee bit of gel eyeliner. I have two here. I have the Potted Jealousy matte gel liners. I have the black and I have the brown. So we have Foxy, which is the brown, and Blackout, which is obviously the black. I was thinking of maybe using black, but I'm maybe thinking more towards the brown just to make it a wee bit more subtle. Sometimes I feel like black can be a wee bit too harsh, but obviously it just comes down to your preference. But I do think I'm just going to stick with the brown, which is in the shade Foxy, and I'm going to go in with one of my 03 brushes. This is my wee like eyebrow eyeliner type brush. So the reason I created my eyeliner brush like this, that it's straight at the top instead of angled, is because of how the way I personally like to apply my gel liner. So basically I like to coat my brush front and back, kind of scrape off a wee bit of the excess. I find that when you scrape off the excess, it kind of pinches the brush as well, so it's really fine and comes into a bit of a point. But I like to press or stamp my liner on, and I just kind of find that with the flat top it's just so easy because the shape of the brush basically helps create such a really sharp straight line for you. And I know an angled brush can as well, I'm not saying that it can't, but I don't know, I just personally find it easier. Then next up, coating these lashes, we have mascara, and this is the Lash Out mascara from, of course, BPERFECT. This is such a good mascara. It's so good. The formulation of it, or like the formula of it, is quite different to any mascaras that I have or I've actually tried. The formula is kind of like, it's nearly as if it's a gel, which is quite interesting actually, because it's just so easy to apply. And I just absolutely love how that brush just separates the lashes as well. I don't know how nobody talks more about this mascara. These are the Think Mink Universal Lashes, Luxe Silk Lashes. So they're in the style Believe, and they're just like a nice fluffy lash. They look really nice actually, so gonna go off camera, do this other eye, and then we'll be back to start on the skin. Oh, I also forgot to mention I used the BPERFECT Cosmetics Lash Glue as well. This is actually the first time I used it, and it was alright. It wasn't too bad actually, and I used the dark one. This is the only primer that I actually have from BPERFECT Cosmetics, and it is a bit of me. It's definitely a bit of me. It's the Perfection Primer, and it's the Champagne Glow shade. So they do have quite a few shades in this. This is obviously the lightest one. I do have a wee bit of tan on at the minute, and on my face as well. So I think this still should be okay for me. So the primer just gives you a nice wee glowy and dewy finish. And then of course, foundation. This foundation is definitely one of my favourites. It's definitely full coverage, but it just feels so nice and natural. There ain't nothing natural about it, but it just feels so nice and lightweight on the skin, and it's thick. It is thick, but it doesn't feel heavy and thick on the skin. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And it blends out effortlessly, and it just doesn't look cakey on the skin either. Don't get me wrong, like I do take a wee bit at a time, and honestly you don't need a lot. And then for a wee bit of concealer, I'm obviously going to be taking the BPERFECT, what is this actually called? The Chroma Cover. Oh my god, did I even tell you what the foundation was actually called? You're obviously bound to know, right? But just in case you don't, it's the Chroma Cover from BPERFECT. So bad. So yeah, so this is obviously the Chroma Cover Concealer. Now, I have my Tarte Shape Tape sitting here because I know I'm going to have to use it. This concealer, right, where do I start? It's definitely not as full coverage and as heavy and as thick, let's just say, as the foundation. It's definitely not a go-to concealer of mine, especially for my face, hence why I use it to carve out my brows, and I use it as an eye base. That's literally what I use it for, and it's actually like nearly done because I've been using it for months for that purpose. But on my face, as I say, it's not the concealer for me. I love a concealer that is basically like the Tarte Shape Tape or the H&B Cosmetics concealer. Absolutely fabulous. But I have to say, I can appreciate that they haven't went too full coverage and too heavy with the concealer. I think because the foundation is so full coverage and like heavy duty basically. I think if they had made the concealer like that as well, it would be too much. Does that make sense? Whereas I kind of find that there's a wee bit of balance there between like a really full coverage foundation where you then go in with the concealer and you don't really need to conceal anything because the foundation has done that for you already, but you're maybe just wanting to go in and use the concealer to brighten. Am I making any sense? So I can appreciate the fact that the concealer is a wee bit lighter in coverage and more like everyday wear, and it is more of a natural concealer. Does that make sense? You know, I can kind of appreciate that. And it is nice. It is nice. It's a nice concealer, but it's just not my preference. So therefore, I can't give it a bad review. I can't say anything about it because there's nothing actually wrong with it. It's just not my preference of concealer, but it blends out like effortlessly and beautifully into the skin. But I'm just going to go in with a wee bit of my Tarte Shape Tape, just a wee smidgen, and I'm actually going to let that sit there. No, I'm not actually going to blend it out. I'm going to blend it out a wee bit, but not too much. This is going to look quite stupid by the way, but oh well. So now I'm with cream bronzer. I don't know whether to use like my usual bronzer in the shade Pekin. It's such a goodie. It's such a wee goodie. I love it. But I have the Jack Josa Shape Sticks. I have the shade Mocha and Latte. I think I've tried one of these and it really wasn't that great. I think it was... No, it definitely wasn't that shade because that hasn't been touched, so it must be this one. Yeah, so it was the shade Latte. Do you know what it is? I don't like stick contours, things like this, because I don't like going on the skin directly. I like to go in with like either a sponge or a brush to apply it to the skin, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go in with the shade Mocha. So this shade here is a wee bit darker. Yeah, this one here, Mocha, is definitely darker than Latte. Well, I try it and see. I'm literally just going to do this one bit of cheek and that's it. Like, I take my cream bronzer really seriously. And it just, oh my god, I feel like it can just like make or break your makeup, like your base routine. I kind of feel like you know, like once you have it on your skin and you blend it out, you know instantly. If you're kind of having to sit and be like, it's a no. I'm still going to come back to these someday, but I don't know. I'm just going to go in with my usual Pekin and take my sponge and just go in like this. Like, as you can see, it blended out nicely. You can definitely see it blended out really, really nicely. Just not too sure on the colour. I don't know. Literally the only blush and highlight I actually have is actually from the Shapeshifter palettes. You know, these wee palettes here. It comes as like a two-piece situation. This first one here is bronzers and setting powders, and then we have the other one which is blush and highlight, and that's obviously what I'm going to be using today. Going in with highlight first. I think I might actually take a mixture of the both of them, you know, so a bit of that one, a bit of that one, just kind of in between the two. And then for blush, just going to take this one here. Bronzer, this is a new product. This is their new Fahrenheit bronzers. I got the shade Baked, so I think this is going to be a really, really nice colour. Hey, I've used this. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I've used this. What am I talking about? For God's sake. I thought this was going to be like a first impression type situation. Oh well. I think I can actually remember using it and I was, oh, could you know what? Yeah, it looked nice. But I wasn't like completely blown away. But you know what, you guys need to recommend? A bronzer brush. I have no bronzer brushes. I'm using this one at the minute from I Heart Revolution and Dr. Seuss. Do you know what? It's actually really good. I do like it. But I just have no bronzer brushes at the minute. The one I always would use would have been this one, but it sheds like a motherfucker. Honest to goodness, my face, I look like a yeti after using it. It's so bad. I spend more time picking the hairs off my face from it shedding than actually applying the bronzer. It's not a vibe. I don't like it. And then I'm just gonna like pinch at it and just do down the sides of my nails. All we need to do now is lips and finish off the eyes. I think I'm going to finish off the eyes first actually, and I want to go quite smoky. I want to go really smoky with the eyes. Well, whenever I say really smoky, I mean a bit. Okay, let's not go wild. And did I mention on my 05? I absolutely love my 05 for the lower lash line, by the way. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. And it was actually the owner of Buff and Blend that actually gave me the idea, because she's also a makeup artist, and I'd actually seen on her Instagram page that she was actually doing somebody's makeup, and she was using the 05 on the lower lash line to pack on the colour, or the shadow, sorry, and to further blend out with the 05. Well, I think that's what she was doing, so I done it, and I absolutely love it. So literally just running that just along that lower lash line, and look at that. Like, I haven't even started blending it yet. I honestly love this wee 05 brush for the lower lash line. It's so good. I obviously just have these wee lipsticks, and they're so beautiful. They're so stunning. Such gorgeous, gorgeous colours. So we have Stare, which is this colour. So that's obviously just like a really nice nude. And then we have this colour. I was maybe thinking of doing something a wee bit darker on the lips. You know, coming up to 'tis the season and all, you know. There's that. Honestly, they all look the same, but they're all stunning. Oh, that's a really nice colour, you know. Maybe because we've went so bold in the eyes, we should do something a wee bit more toned down on the lips. So this one here is First Kiss. Then I have the Mrs. Kisses. This is the Miss Glam lip liners. I'm sorry for laughing at that. I don't mean to be like patronising whenever I laugh. I just find that funny, like Mrs. Kisses. Okay, my neighbour's dog is still barking, so I really apologise if you can hear that, but I'm actually going to change my lip liner. And I'm just being honest, the BPERFECT lip liners definitely wouldn't be my favourite. Like, they're just, like this one from Morphe just glides on. So it does. Whereas you're literally tearing your lips apart. I don't know, they're just, you definitely can tell the difference. They're just not my favourite. They're just not as creamy as they should be. The lipstick I'm using is First Kiss. Okay guys, so this does come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. All the products that I did use will be listed and linked down below in the description box. Obviously, do keep in mind, if you want to go on to the BPERFECT Cosmetics website and use my discount code, I think it's just EXF20, I think, you can save yourself 20% off. So 20% off anything from the BPERFECT Cosmetics website, from their own brand, and anything that's in their mega store, like H&B Cosmetics, P. Louise, Doll Beauty, anything. Like, you can use my discount code, save yourself a bit of money, 20% off. It's actually really handy. And then of course you can obviously get BPERFECT Cosmetics on a beauty bay as well, but honestly it's probably best just to go onto the BPERFECT Cosmetics website and just save yourself a wee bit of money and use my discount code. And it is affiliate, by the way, so it just means that I will earn a small percentage of commission each time it is used. So if you do use it, I do think it's for your support as always. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Hopefully my next video will be testing or using like a whole pile of new COLLAB makeup as well, which is just sitting over there. So if you did see my COLLAB haul that I done a couple of weeks back there, it's obviously just going to be me using that makeup from that haul. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you then.